To name is to know, and I want to talk to you once more about the importance of teaching math by teaching language. Oftentimes when we introduce terms to students, we do it as if math terms are like a mystery. They're a brave new world, and that starts from the earliest days. So I want to look at a couple of terms that most of these, even young students would know. Terms like triangle and rectangle. Now they may be a little older when they learn the terms quadrilateral and parallelogram. But these names shouldn't be a mystery. Now most students, when they learn triangle, they learn that it's a shape with three sides. And of course a triangle is a shape with three sides. But what I want to emphasize is the importance of teaching the language. So if you look at the name triangle, tri means three, but it doesn't say three sides, it says three angles. Now, of course, a shape with three sides also has three angles, but teachers should make a note to the students that the name is telling them what it is, okay? A triangle is a shape with three angles, and then by connection, a shape with three angles also has three sides. That's a really easy example, that's easy to see, and I think that most teachers do explain that the tri means three and the kids can make a connection. However, I want to take a minute and talk about the term rectangle. Now, kids learn that a rectangle is a four-sided shape with right angles, but they're rarely taught to look at the word. So if we look at the word, obviously it has the term angle in it again. So a rectangle has something to do with the angles. But what about this word here, rect, okay? That's a term that really shouldn't be a mystery, okay? It's the term that we use when we talk about something being erect, okay? If man stands erect, he stands up straight, okay? If we erect a building, we make it stand up, okay? There are other places that this can come up, and this can be a segue in order to teach vocabulary. You know, if you're talking about English, a word that very few, even of my listeners, might know is the term rectitude, okay? Which is a right attitude, something that is correct, it is praiseworthy, but again, it's the same word. You may see this again as well in the word direct, okay? If you go directly across the street, you're going across the shortest way. And if you're going across the shortest way, you are going at a right angle. So that rect means standing up straight at a right angle. You could even have a little connection, and you can relate that to German, where it's a German root, which is richtig, which is why the spelling is a little bit different, but richtig means right. So once we know that this rect, to stand erect, means to stand up straight, we know that a rectangle is a shape where the sides stand up straight, which means that they are right angles, okay? Again, students are learning that a rectangle has right angles, but they're not making the connection necessarily that this means stand up straight. It means right angles. The name tells what it is, okay? I will do a little video later on where I talk about the importance of knowing both the Greek and the Latin number systems. And when we get over to this, we'll see why that's important. So quad means four, okay? Lateral means sides. So notice with triangle, we could have said trilateral, but we said triangle, which means three angles. We could have said trilateral, which means three sides, but lateral means side, okay? Your latissimus dorsi are on the sides of your neck. If you're playing football and you lateral, you have to throw it sideways or backward. But lateral is to the side. You can connect it to Spanish, al lado de, okay? Al lado, lateral, to the side, okay? But four sides, quadrilateral. So this is any shape with four sides. That could be a rectangle, that could be a square, that could be a parallelogram, it could be a trapezoid, it could be any odd shape. It just means it has four sides, okay? So again, connecting language to terms. The easiest way here with parallelogram is to just emphasize the word parallel, which means side by side. But you can break that down farther. Para is with, okay? And then parallel is alongside. So parallel is they're running alongside each other. So parallel means running alongside, and gram means a drawing or a picture. So it's sides, they have sides that run alongside each other that are parallel. So parallelogram has parallel sides, And so once students see that, if they understand the terms, it takes away the mystery, where sometimes students have a hard time understanding that a rectangle is indeed a parallelogram. But if they understand that this has parallel sides, and this means it has parallel sides, they know this is a parallelogram. If they understand that rectangle means that it stands up straight, they know that this is a rectangle, but this is not. This stands up straight, but this doesn't. So teaching these simple connections early can help students make their own connections later. This is also not where I'm going with this, but it really does help to learn some classical roots, okay? To learn some Greek and some Latin, and it may even be worth studying Greek and Latin for their own right, but it shows up in a lot of terms, especially in math.